People
So
challenge with their beliefs. It's like they're Travis with scientists. You know, the only people. You know how? Do you notice every single one scientist? Man has been looking and wondering from the beginning of time where we came from, where it all began, and stuff like that. Well, no, I maybe thought of that when I was a child, but when I started working in that was the last thing in my mind. The last thing in my mind. These guys are in shout out SE Montreal, La La Land, man. They're the only ones that are on this biblical or spiritual quest to find out the beginning of where it all began. They're the ones that are bothered about it, and we are paying for it. Like, the majority of people don't give two flying. Look, all the Christians, all the Muslims, they've got it sussed out. They know what it is. It seems to be this group of whatever they want. Maybe, I don't know what they're looking for or why they're doing this, that are hell-bent on finding out and then dragging us along as well when we're just trying to get along with our lives. If they were so, if their job is so important or whatever, why don't they just have GoFundMes? You know, GoFundMe. Brian Cox has a GoFundMe to whatever experiment on this instead of taxpayers' money getting taken off us without even being asked and given to these people that just basically are. They're fanatics, man. They're religious fanatics. Only their religion is scientism. That's a fact. They're the only ones that are bothered about this.
hey, let me jump in.
They're spending trillions.
Let me jump in just real quick. I just put a link in the YouTube chat for the Flat Earth Festival that's coming up March 27th for the spring equinox in South Carolina, the same location that we were at Flattoberfest. We're having another celebration this year, March 27th. It's a Saturday. Tickets are $77, and yeah, I'm going. Zulu 1 is out there in the chat. Mark, Zulu 1's going. Man versus Matrix is going to be there. Smurfer Girl's going to be there. So if you are able to, yeah, the Solar Return Party. I couldn't remember what it was called, celebration, but yeah, awesome stuff. Fun times. We are having the most fun, right?
Oh, so you're off to worship the sun. Nice.
Yeah.
All hail Helios.
Yeah. Essie, I'm telling you, I'm sure we're in the wrong server, mate. This is beginning to freak me out. I'm getting nervous. We're getting Helios and all sorts of stuff, man.
I didn't mention Helios.
You mentioned his son.
Yeah, but I didn't mention Helios. You're the one that brought in that whole Jesuit matrix magic spell language.
Where's this Travis? Which part? Which part of the States?
The South Carolina. It's in South Carolina.
Nice.
Yep. I don't think they have an itinerary yet in terms of who's going to be speaking. Karen B's the one heading it all up. Let's see. Yeah, it just says email updates available. So. Yep.
That should be cool. That should be cool.
Yeah, it will be. It's always great getting together with people. I mean, if you've met people before, it's great to see them again. And I really enjoy just sidling up to groups of people that are having a conversation already and just listening to the discussions that are out there. So it's always enjoyable to hear people talking, thinking outside the box.
Yeah, about arguing and calling each other stupid. And
no, yeah, I mean that's one
it's
thing.
It's productive, isn't it, Travis? It's productive, actually. Even
oh yeah.
Interacting and listening to people, just talking.
I can't think of hearing an argument in those discussions. Right? It's always just a very excited conversation where people are enthusiastic about the knowledge that they have.
And want to share it.
Yeah, so personally, I've never seen an argument get out of hand, right? Not saying it didn't. I'm just saying I've never seen it. So, Yeah. So it's in Greenville, South Carolina.
Greenville,
South Carolina.
Yeah, we're quite a peaceful bunch, really.
Okay, so what I'm going to do right now is I've been playing on the YouTube stream. You guys haven't been watching, but I know that SE has seen my footage of the incredible display of the AEtherband. And what I want to do right now is, because I've been watching it as it's been going on, and I've had a couple of things come across my mind, I want to show you guys this. It's very difficult to see this in real time because it happens so slow. But I want to have an open discussion on this. Let me try to share my screen. Pick the right one. Okay, so you guys in Discord, can you see my screen right now?
No.
Yep, it just popped up for me.
Okay, so you see that
It's small, Travis.
Why is it so small? That's what she said.
Yeah, why can't I get it? That's what she said as well.
He said, she said.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
I don't know. I don't know why the screen is minimized. Do I have to maybe? Let me see. Let me make it full screen for me.
Anyway, I'm going to drop out.
Oh, don't, Ali. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. Hang on for like 5 minutes, bro. Okay, how about that? Did that make it full screen?
I could see it full screen now. I don't know about everybody else.
Okay. Ali, are you still here? Man, Ali, I see you still here. I can't hear him now. Nope. That stinker, man. He just jumped out of here. Wow, I should have interrupted earlier.
His girlfriend must have just came over.
I should have interrupted him earlier. Okay, well, those of us here in the channel, we can carry this conversation. Okay, so what I want to do is to get us up to this point right here. Let's see if it catches up on Discord. All right, well, maybe that'll still save it, and then we can still accomplish what I want to. Okay, so what I want you to understand is that my camera is stationary. Okay, you see where the oil platform starts out? You see where it's at right now?
Yep. It looked like it went down.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to speed up the forward motion. The forward play. Here we go.
What the heck?
Thinking.
Wow.
You're telling me that camera's not moving?
It is not moving. Do you know what direction it would have to be moving?
You have to move it up, right?
Up.
It would have to be moving up. That's correct.
What the heck?
Wow, Travis, good one, bro.
Atmospherics. It's all in the water vapor.
So let's go back to that and just go back and forth. All right, here it goes. This is in reverse. That's forward. That's reverse. That's forward.
Just look at the amount
the
of
curve
sky
was
above.
acting really weird that day.
Yeah.
So my question is, I mean, like, how I have not seen any other footage like this. I've never seen anybody produce anything like this. So
Skunk Bay.
Okay. I can.
You're a liar. You moved your camera.
I can take that. I can take that, Skunk Bay, for sure. Yeah, that's true. But was it as pronounced? I think this is a little bit more pronounced. But what would be...
and it was over a longer period of time too.
Yeah,
it wasn't as pronounced.
That's true. But I didn't notice this. There's been a lot of times when I've shot this footage and I've set my camera up, I've locked in the tripod, pressed record, and walked away because it's a 27-minute recording. And then I come back and the image is no longer center screen. And early on, I didn't understand it. I was just like, why? How did that happen? And I just thought it was my mistake or whatever. But I've got numerous images like this where I can show that both up and down. So there are particular images where a baller could say, "Oh, your camera's the tripod wasn't tight enough, and so your."
I was just gonna say that. You sure the wind didn't do it, Travis?
Well, wind typically blows left or right. It doesn't blow up and down. Know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it could have bounced off the mountain and ricocheted off the sand.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The other thing that I want to point out, I think I saw this around 19 something. Let me see. So if I showed you this image right here and identified this oil platform as platform Gilda, okay, this is platform Gilda in the G cluster on the Channel Islands, and you're looking at the ocean here going into the distance along the x-axis, all the way up x-axis, boom, the water stops, right? How would we understand that that position of the platform to the horizon? Is that platform right on the horizon? You know, according to this image. The other thing that I was going, okay, if I also showed you this and said, look, I'm on the beach in Ventura, and I'm taking an image of the Gilda platform, I doubt you would have any problem acknowledging that the entire scene below the sky is the ocean. Anybody have a problem with that? You'd be like, no, there's no way I would think that was the ocean. Right? You've got birds here in the water. All right, so you've got this water here. You've got this aqua band here, this smaller aqua band here, and then you've got another aqua band leading out, and then it gets a little bit more blurry. I don't have a problem saying that that's distortion, sure. But I would say that you would say, yeah, that's the ocean, right? That's the ocean, and that's the horizon, correct? Anybody?
I can agree with that, yeah. Ocean, horizon.
Okay. Now, what I would like everyone to understand is that, can you see my cursor, everybody? Can you see my cursor going across the screen?
See it, Travis.
I don't see a cursor.
But you can see the platform in the water?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what I want you to do is I want you to keep your eye on that horizon, okay? And we're going to go back to the beginning.
You mean the apparent part where the sky meets the ocean?
Yeah. Okay? This is the same platform that we were just looking at. Do you notice anything different?
Nope, it looks exactly the same as previously, so nothing to see here. Move on.
Okay, I'm not going to take that seriously.
Okay, good, don't.
Okay, let's go back. There it is.
I remember this picture.
Okay, there it is.
Wow. Yeah.
There it is. And then at the beginning, there it is. Okay? Now,
make it clear to everybody. Same location, same everything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I haven't moved my camera. My camera's, this is the same footage, 27 minutes of footage, okay? Now we have here the apparent meeting of the sky and the water down here at the base of this apparent platform. But then above that sky, we've got this dark blue band of something else.
Wowzy wowzers.
Okay?
What do you make of that?
Now, as we go through this image here, I pan out. Here's a wider field of view. You've got the platform, a dark band of blue underneath that, and then you've got this apparent further structure of the platform, and you've got sky to the left. Look at that sky stretching above that horizon. But then as you get to the left of the image here, you can see a very faint cloud of apparent yeah, I don't know, it's like the horizon is reaching up to this other... You see it? I've just pushed play. You see how it's developing there?
On the right-hand side, you're talking about,
on the left
right?
side.
On the left-hand side. Okay.
Okay, on the left.
Like
yeah.
It's growing almost like up to touch the top part or something.
Right there you go. Okay.
Are you talking about the shimmering stuff between the blue band?
Yeah. Okay, that shimmering stuff between the blue band is now disappearing.
Yep. It's getting filled in. Yep.
Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Beautiful, Travis. Beautiful. This is
What?
beautiful. Yeah. This is how things disappear from bottom up, ladies and gentlemen, before your eyes.
Okay, now.
How'd you get that water to raise up like that?
All right, now I'm going to stop it. Okay? So, now if I showed you this image here again, you wouldn't have any problem saying that that line at the very top is the apparent horizon again. But that's not...
You would have to say that.
But that's... Yeah, but that's not where the apparent horizon was 3 minutes ago. It was down below. Okay?
Right.
Now, what I want you to do, because in 4 seconds, right off center, you're going to see a pelican splash down into the water. Okay, you ready? Just hold your eyes a little bit off center, and I'm going to play it. Here we go. Did you see it?
Yeah.
I think I did, like right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play.
A white blob.
I'm gonna play it again. Here it comes. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1, play. All right.
Yeah.
I paused it right there.
Nice freeze. Nice capture.
Okay, I paused it right there. Now, that is where the sky was 3 minutes ago.
And you can see it to the right. Look to the right,
And
you'll see a little band there.
Okay, you can see that? That's right, okay. That is the mirage that is disappearing. So, what was obstructing the water that you couldn't see? It was the apparent sky right there.
Awesome. Awesome. This is an awesome video, bro. One of your best so far.
All right, so what I'm going to do, though, is go up to minute 19 because I'm going to try to establish the reason why, besides the fact that I know that it's a pelican splashdown because I've seen him do it. Here at this scene, you can see in this same area here where the oil platform was exaggerated down, so it looked like it had really long stilts that it was on. You can see seabirds coming in and out, flapping there. There's a seagull right there. There's a seagull right there. Just took off from there's another one taken off in the middle. That's where the sky was, 19 minutes ago. And I think somewhere around here, there it was. Okay, I'm going to back up 10 seconds at 1940. Okay, so this is 1930. I want you to look to the very left. When the boat starts to come across the field of view, look to the left of the image and you'll see another pelican splash down. And 5, 4. See it? I paused it right there.
Yep. All the way to the left. Yep.
Right? And then it's gone.
Yeah, all that is AEtherband, fuzz, heat haze, call it whatever you want. It ain't real.
Well,
There ain't water there.
No. Hold on. This is water. We're not looking at the mirage now. This is the actual ocean that we're looking at. When we saw
Not where the bird splashed, we couldn't see the bird.
Whoa, because to the far right, you have some mountain range there.
Yeah, that's the island. That's the island.
How far off is that?
22 miles.
Yes, and how high are those mountains? Less than 1,000 feet, I'm guessing.
Here, yeah, I'll show you. Okay, here's the beginning of the clip. This is the beginning of the video. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is Santa Cruz Island. Okay, at the very top of the frame is the physical island. If you look just to the middle of the frame, you'll see a black line starting to go across. You see that?
Yep.
Okay, that is the actual horizon. That's where the physical water actually is. Okay? So if you go to the very right, I'm sorry that you can't see my cursor, but I'm to the very middle of the screen, to the very right. Above that
black line.
Above that black line is like a tan-colored topographical layout, right? You see that?
Mic check, mic check. What's going on, everyone?
Hey, Matrix, what's going on, man? Okay,
All good, brother.
can you guys see that tan strip of topography above the black line?
Yep.
Okay.
Above it is a blue line, right? Above it is blue, right?
Above the tan part?
Yeah.
Yeah, above the tan part, I'll just say is a darker topographical layout. Okay.
Okay, we're tracking.
Okay. Now, if you look above that black line at the tan-colored land to the left, you'll see this almost a greater than sign. Okay. You see that? You see that greater than sign come into the tan and then go back out?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
If you
That's where it starts, right?
that's
The separation.
yeah, that's the physical land right there. Now, if you drop down below the black line, you'll see this exaggerated tan strip until it gets to the water. You see that?
Yep.
Okay. That is the mirage of the island above.
Ah, I get it.
Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, if we were standing on the beach with our naked eye, we would think that we were looking at the entire physical island. We're not. There is that smaller part at the bottom that is complete mirage. It's not physical island. Okay, so now here comes the play. I'm pushing play. Here comes more of the... I'm going to go back. Okay, right there again. Okay, right there. That's the physical island above. And then right where that black line is, that is where the band starts. And that is then mirage that is creating the apparent horizon below. That's not Earth curve. That's a mirage. And the limit of the mirage creates the limit of the distance of the water that we can see. So now, when we get to the oil platform, okay, so Jimbo, going back to you, Jimbo, you still there?
Did you say Bob Dole?
No, I said Jimbo.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, so now going back to your pointing out that that wasn't a cloud on the horizon, but it is the island. We're going to follow this island at the top as it makes its way down. Okay, everything right there at the very tip top. Okay, that's physical island. Boom. Okay, now we've got the oil platform. This is platform Gilda. She is not this tall, ladies and gentlemen. She's not this tall. Now, Andrew Thomas Young is going to tell you that this is towering. It's towering. That is, the physical platform is actually down at the horizon. But the refractive distortion, or the refractive phenomenon that we're looking at, towering, stretches it up away from its physical location, so that you're looking at a mirage at the very top of the image because that's not its physical location. Now,
Yeah, but this is messed up now. This is like a mirage stretched.
I know.
This is messed up stuff here, bro.
Yes, welcome to the AEtherband. Yes, I know. Okay, now what? Okay, so now keep your mind there.
Oh, Travis, before you go on, where would you say the bottom of the oil rig is here?
I'm going to show you at minute 19. Okay? This is compression. The entire oil platform is in front of your eyes. Everything. It's not behind the curve, because I can show you later on, even right there. Okay, now you see how now that whole platform has now grown. It's no longer as compressed. You can see the sky. Look at the middle of the platform at the horizon. You can see the sky through the legs. You see that?
Yeah. You can see a little band there, yeah.
Okay.
Now you're saying that's a reflection, or we're seeing through the band? What are you saying on that?
Okay, I'm going to try to say it as clear as I can. If you go to the top of the rigging of the cranes, right? Okay, that is the physical oil platform. And then you go down, you follow the cranes down to the body, right? To the main body. That's physical. And then if you follow that down to the water, that is where the water actually is. So this entire image that we're looking at is in the AEtherband. If you look at these cranes, look at that one crane. It's totally wonky. Okay? That is due to refraction. So the entire field of view that we're looking at is affected by the conditions of the medium. These birds here in the proximate distance aren't clear images. They're distorted because of the waviness, the dynamic activity of the air, right? So the entire oil platform is right there in front of our eyes. Everything below that oil platform is water. When you see that strip in the water that looks like it's the oil platform, that is a mirage. Okay? So I'm going to go back to the beginning. See if it gets caught up. All right? Everything that is in that strip between the blue, so you have sky to the left, and then you have the darker island to the right. The body of that apparent oil platform, that is an inferior mirage. There it is, less developed. Okay, so this is not towering, because towering puts the platform down at the lower portion of the horizon. But this is not towering. That image is an inferior mirage. So if we were at the correct angle, we would actually be able to see the top of the platform mirrored below. But the angle that we're at is limiting our ability to see a full inferior mirage. Does that make sense? Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah. Makes sense. I got it now, Travis. Yep.
Okay. So what happens right now, I'm going to back up right here. Okay. Everybody, you can see that that strip of Mirage that is below the platform, right? If you go to the very right of the platform at the horizon at the top, if you keep your eye right there, I'm going to push play. You can see this white dancing on that surface a little bit, like this white thing coming in and out. You see it right there? I paused it right there. If you go to the very right part of the oil platform, right above the horizon, there are these like two little white dots, okay? Remember what I said about the oil platform at the very horizon. That thing is compressed to all Shinola. Okay, so if you go to the very right of that horizon at the oil platform base, there is a boat right there compressed to all Shinola. Now, you see those two dots, Bob? You said yes? You see those two dots?
I didn't see dots. I just see I see a white thing spread out on the right side.
Okay. Can you see it coming in? Can you see it shimmer in and out like this white? And try to stop it at a good spot.
Are you talking about? Is it actually on the platform or right below it?
It's. I wish that I could show. Let me see if I can do this. You guys can't see this when I mess with Streamlabs. You can't even see it anyway. Okay. I want you guys to go to YouTube right now. Okay. I'm going to do this over at YouTube.
I'm on my iPad right now, so that would involve.
Well, just put yourself on mute on Discord and go to the YouTube.
All right. Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to get my pointer here. Okay, so here we are at the oil platform. Bob, let me know when you are at.
Which YouTube are you on? Are you on Brandon's?
No, my channel. Oh, you don't have my channel?
Which one is yours?
The Plain Truth.
I'm not sure if I have it or not, but I should be
Okay,
able to
let
find it
me
if I don't.
Go to my channel real quick. Shoot. If anybody has a faster way of getting my channel in the chat, just do it real quick, please. All right, chat, just do. Here it comes. And
Okay, I found it.
okay, right when I got to putting it in. I'm gonna just put it in the chat anyway, whatever. I don't care. Okay. All right, so you can see my pointer finger there now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it there.
All right, so
Goofy looking hand-drawn hand thing.
Yeah. So right here, where my finger is pointing, as best I can at the horizon, right there. Okay, keep your eye right there, but also, Bob and everyone else, I'm dropping the hand down now. Right here, you are going to see a development of that ship in a Mirage. So it's compressed to the point of being indistinguishable here at the horizon. I wish that this finger would cooperate. Okay, right here, right there, that's where the physical ship is. Okay, I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm going to push play. Just watch right there. You'll see shimmers of white develop. And then below it, you see that development below that now? Right here? That's the hull of the ship.
But it's not. It doesn't seem to be playing on YouTube anymore. It's just sitting there frozen.
Really? Do it real quick, please.
Oh wait. Oh, remember my video.
Okay.
Okay, my video went off of live or something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So now, can you see my pointer finger moving back and forth again? Bob? Can you see the pointer finger moving back and forth again?
Yeah, I can see it in the YouTube.
Okay.
Bob, you might have to refresh. Just refresh the page.
Yeah, maybe close the window and open it back up, Bob. Okay, so now I'm going to push play. Okay, so remember, you're keeping your eye in two different places. Right up here is where the physical boat is. Right there. The physical boat is right here at the horizon. The apparent boat is down here, and that's the hull. Okay? So just keep your eyes there as I push play. You can even see it right there. Right there. Okay? When you watch back over this, you can see the top of the boat get revealed by the band with the activity that's happening right at the horizon. But I've seen this over and over and over again, so I'm a little bit more used to watching for it. Okay? Now, what's going to be interesting is when this boat starts to move behind the oil platform. Okay? So everything right here is an apparent presentation in the medium. This is not the physical oil platform here. That is not the physical boat hull. Those are mirages. Just like if you were at that particular angle on the road and you saw the mirage and then you moved your position and it was gone, that would happen here as well. Okay, so the boat's still hanging out. It's going to start, I can't remember what minute it was when it starts moving. Right there you can see the darkness on the surface of the water right there where the boat is. Right at the horizon. You can totally see it. You guys see it developing there?
Okay, so I think I saw it that time.
Yeah. It's very, like I said,
Like
the whole,
top of the boat or something.
yeah, well, the entire boat is there. It's just compression to extremity. I'm going to zip forward a little bit. Okay, there it goes. Okay, here it goes. It's going to start moving right here. Okay? It's starting to move. It's now passing behind the platform. So now that red hull down here is disappearing behind the platform. It's disappearing. It's moving this way. That ship is now behind the oil platform, and it's going to come out right here and down here in just a moment. It's crazy. Here it comes. You see it?
Ah, pretty sure I saw that. Yes, moving over to the left there. Oh my God, yes. What?
We got us a phantom boat, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I'm going to go back, and I want you now, don't look at the reflection. Look at the top of the horizon. Okay, watch the boat. Watch the boat at the horizon. Here it comes. Right now, right now. You see that white part moving across? That's the entire ship at the horizon, right there at the top. It's all dark. It's all dark and crazy wavy.
Wait, are you saying that the whole boat, bottom to top, is all right there?
Yes.
So compressed?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
That sounds
Okay.
like craziness.
I know, but look at the what now? Okay, now stop watching the boat. Now go to the oil platform and look at the base and the horizon. Okay? Look at the base and the horizon. You can see. Look at how much more space now is there. You see all that space that's there now? Right here, where the pointer finger is. That space just opened up. Okay, 10 seconds ago it was compressed to all Shinola. I'm going to back up. Okay, right there. Right there, it's tight. Look how tight that compression is. Okay, now I'm going to go forward. Look at the compression open up. Now you can see the sky through it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bob. The entire ship is right there. Compressed like crazy.
Why wouldn't it?
Look at this. Look, wait. Look.
Platform too.
Look at this whole thing shift down and up. Look at this.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Why wouldn't it compress the whole oil rig down to that tiny tube?
Because that's the angle. That's like asking how come you can see the top of the building but you can't see the bottom, right? It's a higher angle of view.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, you can see that whole thing open up. Look how tight the body. Look how tight right there. Look how tight the body of that platform is. You see how tight it is right there? Now watch. I'm gonna just go for it. Now it opens up. It totally develops. Look at that, boom.
Yeah.
So look how compressed and tight it is right here. You know, and then it opens up. Look at that. And then you can completely see the sky through the legs right there on that one.
It's a Decepticon.
Alright, so let's go to part 2. This is the next video right after that one ended because it was only 27 minutes and... Okay, oops, stop. Okay, so now we're to the left of the original platform. This is platform Gale. And she is in front of the north part of Anacapa.
The stream on Discord ended, it looks like.
Okay, hold on. Oh, that's because I changed my window. Thanks for telling me.
Yep.
Let me get back. Okay. All right, so here again, we see the mass ocean below, the apparent horizon, and then you see these wisps above, and you can see and then you can see a very, very faint. Let me get this other window open. Okay, right there at the top is a very, very faint, thin whisper of the actual horizon. Okay, so that is going to be, that entire area right there is the band that is creating the mirage. What is the mirage in this area? The mirage is the sky. The mirage is not the dark band that's stretching across the horizon. That is the water peeking through the mirage.
Oh.
Okay?
You're saying that the lighter part is the mirage, the darker part is actual water.
That's correct.
Through it.
That's correct. See now here, look.
Oh.
See now, you have the sky to the left. That's not the mirage. The mirage, as you move across from left to right, the mirage disappears and reveals what is actually there physically, which is water. So the horizon that we have here is the actual location of the horizon. Whereas before, if we move back a few seconds, and find a spot. Okay, let me do this again. So this platform that's right here, okay, this platform right here is in an inferior mirage. Because if you take the line where the dark part to the right is, that is the actual water line. If you just follow that across, all the way across, all the way across, that takes you straight to the base of the oil platform. That's the actual height of the, or the distance of and location. So what are we seeing right here? What are we seeing in this area below the platform, above the horizon? What are we seeing? That's a mirage. Okay. So now as we move to the right, as I pan to the right, what happens in the world of this discussion is when you do not have this black line right here, the conditions are not they are not the right conditions to pull back the curtain, as it were. So let's imagine that this were perfectly sky, so that we're standing on the beach, we're looking out, we see the horizon, and we see the sky, and we see the water. Okay.
Right.
What we need to understand right now, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you take a measurement of the lower apparent horizon, you're going to be wrong. That's not where it is. It's always above.
You're saying if you don't see the mirage, that's actually the wrong conditions because you're not seeing
Correct.
the trick.
Correct. And you're going to have the incorrect calculations. You're going to calculate for an apparent position of the horizon when that's not the physical limit of the water. Because if the mirage were removed, your water line would be up by a few degrees.
Somebody better go have a conversation with Al-Baruni then.
Correct. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've been saying this for over a year.
You know what that part looks like a little bit? Like the one where you had your pointer at? You see like when the sun is hitting the pavement and then you look down on it and it kind of looks like water?
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of looks a little bit like that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's a tricky thing because in the pavement there's no water. So
Right.
how do you know when you get in that exact effect in the pavement and in water? How do you distinguish?
Okay, so if I'm hearing your question, when you're looking across pavement or the desert, it's the moisture in the air that's creating the surface that reflects the image. Okay, so when you have a lake that is pristine and placid, you're going to get a pretty clear reflection of trees and mountains and houses and whatever, right? But that's a reflection on the surface of the water. A mirage is not a reflection.
A mirage is more like a projection, right? Like
Okay.
It's projecting an image from somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's reflecting off
It's
maybe
well,
the particles in the
okay,
air.
so I mean, I'm gonna get nailed on this one, so whatever. It is a reflection, but it's not the same as on the surface of the water because it's not happening on the water. It's happening in the air. It's happening in the medium. So it's not an appropriate reflection because you're going to have crazy distortion. Crazy distortion.
But remember, Travis, technically everything is happening in the medium and not in the water.
Yeah.
It's acting like a hologram, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it's like a
More than
hologram
a
system.
reflection.
That's
It's more
literally
like
what
a
I told
hologram.
Rumpus when he tried to say that all of those things is refraction. I literally told them that what you're describing like a hologram system.
Yeah.
I told him that.
Yeah.
I told him that a year ago.
Okay, now listen real quick. So this boat right here, okay? This boat right here is closer to us than the distant horizon above it. Does that make sense? If you can, look at the YouTube channel, okay? This boat is in the band, okay? If this were completely sky above it, if this were 100% sky above it, we would simply see in our field of view in front of us water, 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 and then a boat on the water. No big deal. But what we are looking at right now to the left and above the boat is farther distance of water behind the boat. Okay? Everybody good with that?
So far, so good.
Okay.
So Travis, you're telling me that dark line before the you're telling me that should be the actual horizon, and everything else is just effects?
Okay. So, are you looking at the YouTube channel, Matrix?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay, so you see my finger pointing at the very top horizon, correct?
At the sky, yeah.
Okay. That is where the physical water actually is. What you have right here, where you think you're looking at sky, right there, that is a mirage. There should be water there. We should see water just like this. We should see water just like this. There's water right here, but it is behind this mirage. And the reason why this boat gets all wonky right there, that's because that's where the medium is getting all wonky. It's in the sweet spot.
I can tell by the silence that.
Okay,
they're
now.
having confusion with it.
Okay, now I've stopped it. And if I were to
Is
just.
that happy medium? Sorry, Travis. Go.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, is that happy medium that you've just called, is that the spot where the water vapor is kind of thickest as it's evaporating?
that is the $64 million question, Bandsaw. That is, in my opinion, that is what no one has the ability to dissect. And listen, I've looked through Andrew Thomas Young's footage, or I'm sorry, his articles and whatnot. No one describes what we're looking at right now. No one has seen this. I'm the only one that's produced these images that I have seen. If they exist, no one on this channel, no one on Brandon's, no one on Ranty has ever, brought this out and talked about it.
My confusion is where every time you bring these photos and we try to interpret them, I realize that it is damn near impossible to make any kind of determination on what the shape of the Earth is based on water. I mean, it's impossible. There's too many things going on.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't simply understand.
Yeah, yep. And I would be fine with that as long as the science would say we have no clue, but we're trying our best to describe it, and here's the math that we think works, blah blah blah. But they don't do that. They come down hard and fast and say this is that. And I'm saying
it's reality, and they put science on top of it, and you better freaking believe it.
Yep. Okay, so now, again, if I were just to show you this image, as much as you would say, that's not the greatest image, Travis, it looks a little bit blurry, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I can go with that. But what do you think you're looking at right here? You would have no problem saying, oh, that's the ocean, and there's the horizon, right? But that whole space right here where my pointer is circulating in used to be sky. It used to be sky, and the horizon was down here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my finger right there. I'm going to go back to the video, and I'm going to back up. Oh. That's what happens when it's all tricky like that, because my camera's moving. Okay, but going back up right here, there's the sky. Okay, so the sky that we're looking at right here is the mirage of the sky up here. This is sky. Yup, that's sky. There's the water. And then what is this? What's going on right here in the middle? And then it's kind of like blending in and disappearing. That's the mirage disappearing and showing you what's under her skirts. All right, so let's get back to moving across back to the other oil platform. Now, gentlemen, do you see anything that should blow your mind right now? I'm going to pull up another window. Hold on. Keep this in your mind. I got to go over here. This just occurred to me. Let's go over here. Pull this up. I'm going to queue this up over here. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. For those of you who have been watching this entire time, look at the body of that oil platform and see if you notice anything different.
Well, there's like a part between the mirage that you could see the legs of the platform, and also you could still see land all the way in the back. On top of all those effects.
Okay, so the land is
the land that you can see over here on the right side, I think.
Yeah, to the right. Correct. To the right. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the previous footage. I've freeze framed it. Okay. Let's see if I can make this comparable to the size.
How long do you estimate that distance to be, approximately?
Well, I don't really have to because this is platform Gilda and she is 10 miles away from shore, and then the land behind her is another 12 miles farther. Okay.
So that platform is
10
10 miles away from where you are.
10 and 12 or 10 and 2?
Let me clarify for the distances.
Yeah, because that would be 22 miles.
Okay, hold on. The oil platform is 10 miles away from shore. The island is 22 miles away from shore. Okay.
Are you at your standard 6 foot high?
This is 2019. I can't remember if I was 15 feet or down on the beach. I can't remember. I can't remember.
Because you can also see the horizon there. If you look at the water, and then you can see the horizon is higher than the actual legs itself.
Okay,
in my footage.
Okay, yeah. Listen, this image to the left is immediately following the image to the right. The image to the right.
Are you on YouTube, Travis? Because it's not on Discord. Sorry.
That's because I am. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. When I switch back between my windows, I'm sorry. I forget that does that. Hold on.
No, you're right. You're right.
Let me see if I just share my screen. I'm just going to share my screen. I think that's going to solve the problem. I didn't do that before. Okay, so I'm going to get to right here, about right here. Okay, so if we look at this, if we look at this image of the oil platform, yep, we don't have a horizon beyond the platform.
No.
But here we do.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I was looking at. That right there. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Travis, a thought came to me. Question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Was it just about getting hot? Was it the beginning of the day?
No, this was. Let me go to my file right here. I'll tell you. This is 10 o'clock in the morning.
And just another quick one, Travis. Those to the right, that landmass. How far away is that landmass from that rig. So that rig's 10 miles away. How far is that landmass to the right? You know?
22
About-
miles from him and 12 miles from the left.
Okay.
From the.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Travis, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You've taken a lot of these pictures. What is your theory on why things disappear bottom up?
I do not believe that things do disappear bottom up.
It is insane. It is insanity to believe that we live in the world with which we've been presented. That world has no clothes, and if you are enamored with the impossibility of the garb of pseudoscience, you are simply mad as a hatter. That world is stark raving bare naked, and the smallest child knows this. He's the one with the accusing finger and shrill voice overlaying the dumbed down masses. While they stupidly ejaculate adulations for mind-screwing pseudoscience la la land, shout out to SE Montreal, pretender clothes, praise R, hail G, long live the vacuum. This tiny tot of a voice of reason, sanity, common sense, and bravado decries the helio-nonsensical model has no clothes. The pseudoscientist is naked. My friends, the world in which we live is the world we've never known. In our world, science proves things. In our world, level means horizontal from shore to shore. In our world, down is down and up is up. In our world, straight lines ne'er a curve make. In our world, angular momentum has only one effect: outward. In our world, rivers do not run uphill. In our world, Coriolis is merely an apparent effect and the result of roundabouts. In our world, empirical observations, testable suppositions are provable. In our world, perspective trumps math. In our world, refraction distorts what lies before. In our world, it is a fallacy to assert that ships disappear from the bottom up due to curvature. What is it that causes objects viewed over distance, either aquatic or terrestrial, to look as though said objects are obscured from the bottom up as a result of going over the curve? Is that the only explanation offered for a variety of subjects viewed, or are there additional effects, or are there alternative explanations? It is commonplace anymore to hear or even say, I've watched ships go over the curvature of the earth. In fact, it is said, legend has it, Aristotle himself claimed to see ships go over the horizon, or the curve of the earth. Is this verifiable? Is this second-hand information? How large was this ship? What was the great rhetorician's viewer height? Was he aided by an artificial oculus? Hear this now and never forget it. No human with the unaided eye is able to view with any semblance of acuity a maritime vessel going over the curve. No eye has that kind of resolution. At a certain point in the distance, the perception of the hull and the water becomes blurred and irresolvable with the naked eye. Not only this, but any aid to see farther into the distance will run into the same irresolvable fact. We cannot see as far or as clearly as we might think. But what we do see is right there in front of our eyes. This opening statement will present an alternative explanation to the ubiquitous claim summed up by the alleged astronomer Michelle Fowler.
There are so many proofs that the Earth is round, it's difficult to know where to start. And it's not okay to think that the Earth is flat. This is not a viable argument. One of the things you can see yourself with a pair of binoculars is if you actually go out to a lake and there are boats on that lake, the farther away a boat is, the more the bottom of the boat will disappear and you'll basically just see the mast of the boat. And as a boat goes farther and farther away, the last thing you will see is the very top of the mast of that boat. And that's because the boat is actually going over the horizon that's curved. And that means that as it goes farther and farther away, you see less and less of the bottom of it and more of the top of that. You can see that with binoculars, by an ocean, by a lake. It's really easy. That wouldn't happen if the Earth were flat.
But is there an alternative explanation? I will present an argument with evidence that there is. But first, a preliminary question. If we are engaged in scientific discovery, I have a question for all of the boats over the curve proponents. What alternative explanations were eliminated, that is, tested, in order to arrive at the singular conclusion that boats sailing into the distance, disappearing from the bottom up, do so because they are indeed crossing a physical threshold? I call this the bottom-up fallacy. In my over 18 months of collecting observations of birds, houses, lighthouses, boats, islands, and oil platforms, I can honestly report that I have never observed an object disappearing from the bottom up, let alone going over a curve. What I have observed and presented in my channel's numerous videos is whole objects being distorted, and that with a gradient variation. A gradient variation is the distortion of the observation occurring either in stasis or motion concurrent with its entrance into what I have called the AEtherband. Everybody drink. The AEtherband simply refers to the medium through which the observation is being made. Band refers to that micro or macro field of view in which the observation is. For instance, with the Channel Islands, an observation either of the entire archipelago can be made, or one can narrow it down to the natural 40-foot arch or the lighthouse. Aether simply refers to the air and all that constitutes its nature. For example, but not limited to, evaporation, condensation, wind, temperature, air pressure, humidity. Since the AEtherband is ubiquitous, its gradient is three-dimensional. And the only two variables controlled by the observer are height and distance. It is these two variables which determine how much and when the object will begin to be distorted. It is the AEtherband alone which determines why the object is distorted. The bottom-up fallacy basically begs the question that the object is disappearing from the bottom up due to physical obstruction. So, it is alleged, we see boats go over the curve and disappear from the bottom up. Therefore, if boats disappear from the bottom up, they are going over the curve of the Earth's horizon. Or, therefore part 2, since the Earth is curved, boats will eventually sail, not off the edge, but across the threshold of the horizon and disappear from the bottom up. My alternative explanation for the bottom-up fallacy is this. Objects moving into the distance are distorted or obscured by the manifold and diverse effects of the AEtherband. These effects are all related to refraction and find their expressions at times in the broad category of mirage. For example, inferior, superior, fata morgana, fata brumosa, heat haze, whatever the hell happens out there. It is very simple. You are simply looking into the distance. And what prevents your being able to see farther into the distance is and only and ever will be due to the AEtherband. Everybody drink.
As a flat earther, I see an oil platform. But if you're a globehead religious zealot, it's not an oil platform. It's a slightly looming, non-standard refraction hyena holographic projection of an oil platform from behind the reified edge of an Earth curve based on R value, and a begging the question, proof of nothing perspective hijacking curve calculator to turn an oil platform that you and I see into an oil platform that's not really there.